Everyone may have seen or me speak up and recently, being clean from opioid addiction. So saying those are the kind of bitches you get from the crack house, it's like, whoa, we've seen the recent deaths from people, overdosing and stuff, from the DMXs to the Michael K. Williams. Like, we're not gonna play those type of games because you don't know what anybody's dealing with. So I'm glad to say that I'm clean, but I don't know who else, because a lot of people were offended. Like, we haven't shared the stage in almost 20 years. So that right there was monumental, and it was like really great for me just because everybody saw what I've been through. So I didn't watch the verses at first, but when I went in the back, the first text message that I received was from my daughter, my oldest daughter. She's 19, and she kept on saying, yo, he's talking too much, like he got to pipe that down. And I was like, no, it's verses, you don't know what's going on. So I hadn't heard the banter before. I did see Joe in the parking lot right after his sound check, and we embraced. So I didn't realize all of that stuff was being said before we arrived. When I had got off the stage the first time, that's when I started seeing the comments like, yo, he wrong for that. So I'm like, oh, they going at it. It was said 4 times. 2 times before we were there in the building, because Vita was sitting backstage the whole time. I wasn't. And 2 times after we left the stage, that's what I heard. It was said that you need to feed them, these dusty bitches, whatever was said. Like, I don't even want to repeat it because it was so vile. And I think it was just like really disappointing and disheartening, because I was there to support both, not only the verses, but the artists, because, this is nostalgic. This is when we get to relive our early 2000s. Like, yo, our song, Put It On Me, was retired from 106 and Park. That's how many times we were #1. So anybody that was going against that, whether you want to bring up the past or anything else, me nor any female that was in the building on that stage should have never been verbally attacked. So there was never an apology there. I didn't even see the tweet. I saw a blog post, the tweet that was the apology. And I was like, well, who is Little Moe and VIDA? That's not even our names. So I was like, maybe, I never got a formal apology or anyone that anybody is speaking of. And for anybody to join in, it was just like, you can't tell me how I'm supposed to feel. Like, I still have triggers. I'm healing, but I'm not all the way there. So I was actually disappointed and kind of humiliated for people that may be battling addictions or just certain terms nowadays. They just not going to fly. So people have to be accountable. And I'm not asking anybody to cancel anybody, but I want people to know you have to be held accountable. I've been held accountable for things that I've said, and I know I was wrong. And I was just like, no, like, Mo, in order to move forward, you have to make good by what you did wrong. So it's just like, you can't text or tweet an apology if you offended in public. So I'm not looking for no Birkin bag or anything, but I just know how the streets work. So, I don't want it to go that way. So I was like, yeah, I'll speak up because I want to stand and represent for women who have beaten battle addiction, who have seen me be a single mother of 5 and still push through and come back after being on reality TV and being called everything under the sun besides a child of God. And now I have to change that narrative, because if that's what somebody thinks of anybody that was on that stage, that's disrespectful.